Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and in this one we will be continuing with year number 2 of our New York Mets franchise in MLB The Show 19, and we left off in the last video having finished up the offseason. We got right up to spring training, made a couple big signings in the offseason, Yan Gomes, Adam Eaton, and Madison Bumgarner, who we added to our rotation. We did not bring back Zach Wheeler, and yeah, I did sim through spring training, but we have to go over and set up the rosters for the regular season here. But before we do that, two things I want to check. Top prospects, who I realize that we have quite a few here at the top. They are the only ones that we have, actually, I'm pretty sure. As long as I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, it's just these three guys. But that's good, because they're pretty high up. So we have Royce Lewis, who we got in the trade for Dom Smith in the offseason. He's number 7. He is a little bit further away because, as you can see, his offense doesn't really play very well yet. So we kind of gotta wait and hope that keeps developing. Number 9 is Chris Cortez, one of the handful of guys that we drafted last year that are supposedly supposed to turn into really good players. So he's number 9, and another one is Chris Trahan, who's number 13. So two guys from that really strong draft that we got last season. But moving to budget, I think we left off with it at negative 313. So it has gone down quite a bit already through spring training. So hopefully that continues and gets to positive, because we don't really want it negative, obviously, but. That was good to see that we're already bringing in a decent amount of money. But yeah, let's get in and set the roster. So our starting 5, pretty simple. We got DeGrom, Syndergaard, Bumgarner is going to sit in that number 3 spot. And then probably Tehran and then Matz, just to separate the lefties. Oswalt even though he had a really good spring, and I think he had a good spring last year, he did a little bit better. And I like his walks per 9. But definitely not breaking this rotation. We're going to send him to AAA. For the bullpen, we have Diaz as our closer, of course. We got Familia, Hendricks, Lugo, Burnett, Gilmartin, Gesellman, and Sewald. So the problem here is we got to send one of these guys down. We're going to send Bachelor down. It's kind of the odd man out. So there's a little problem. Burnett is an 83, and I don't really want to send him down since he's an 83. But we have the other lefty that did really good last year, but he struggled a lot in spring training. So I don't know. Nobody else really did very poorly. I was trying to see because I don't remember exactly, but yeah, like most of these guys did pretty good last year. 311, 333. I'm not going to send down these guys, but so I don't know. We might end up just sending down Sewald since he's technically the lowest. I know he's the same as Gesellman, but I do want to hold on to Burnett, and I don't really want to send Gilmartin down just yet. If he struggles, we may. But I think actually we're just gonna move down Sewald, and stick with this bullpen for the time being, at least. For catchers, we got Ramos and Gomes, one of the guys that we brought in the offseason. We're going to send Mesoraco down. He's kind of our third catcher. And then Alonso at first. Rosario at short. We're going to send Lynn down. I'm not really expecting to have him on the Major League roster. Then we have Cano, McNeil, and Perez. And the 6th spot for the infield comes down to Herrera or Davis. I'm kind of leaning toward Davis. They're kind of, I don't know, they're not really necessarily the same, but I guess you could go with either one, couldn't you? He plays first and third. Herrera plays short and second, but Perez plays second, third, short. No, Cano plays first. McNeil plays first. Yeah, so we're pretty much covered, so it's just a matter of one of the two getting sent down. So I think we're going to stick with J.D. Davis for right now, send Herrera down. We can always call him up, no big deal. And then in the outfield, we got Cespedes, Broxton. Cespedes had a nice spring. course, you can't see them there. I don't know why I'm going into that. So we have 8 home runs he hit in spring training. I hope he can carry that into the regular season, but we shall see. If we are short on money, I do think that it may be time to trade him or Cano. More so him, because I feel like he's not going to be as impactful as he used to be. And Cano, unless he starts to decline quite a bit, I feel like he's going to be similar to what he did last year. Maybe a little bit less in the home runs, but still a good player. So yeah, we'll see about that as well. But Cespedes, Broxton, Eaton, Nimmo, and Conforto are going to be our starting, not our starting 5, but our 5 outfielders on the Major League club. And we're going to send down Braxton Lee. I'm hoping Broxton can increase that contact just a little bit, because it really does pull him down a little bit. But yeah, that sets up the 25-man roster. So we're good to go. I'm going to set up the rotation. So we got DeGrom, Syndergaard. Bumgarner's got to get in here. Put him number 3, Teheran and Matz. And then we have Lugo as the long man. Who else here? We got Hendricks, Gazelman, Burnett, Gilmartin. And then Familia's the setup guy. And Diaz is the closer. And then for the lineups, we got Alonso. Alonso at first. I'm trying to think. Alonso at first, Rosario at short. Cano's at second. Why is McNeil DH? McNeil is playing third base. Not first. What are they doing? Alonso's got to play first. So let's just switch that out. And we're good, I think. Should be good. In the outfield, we got Nimmo, Conforto, and Cespedes. And then catcher is Ramos. So let me just make sure that's all correct. Looks good. I mean, this isn't necessarily how I want to set up the batting order. But I'll probably do that when I go set up the minor league lineups and rotation. But I have to wait about a week into the season to do that. And I'll probably do that off screen just to save a little bit of time. But the DH versus righties, not going to be Perez. Maybe Eaton? Eaton wouldn't be a bad choice. He might be the best choice. So we'll go with Eaton. He's also a lefty, so that works. And then versus lefties, might actually be Perez there. Yeah, I think it's going to be Perez. He's a righty, so that works too. All right, we are set. We're going to move into the regular season. Oh, wait, one thing that I forgot. Scouts. Make sure we got the best scouts. Central, International, East, West. All right, so there is a better Central. This is going to hurt the budget a little bit more, but International, we're good. East, we're good. And West, we are good. All right, so we are actually done now. Budget went back up to 313. How did that happen? How does it go up that much? What? It wasn't that much that we added in the scouts. Alright, I'm confused. Anyway, we're going to start simming here. I just want to see where... Okay, so the second. Cool. So we're going to sim to the second. Blue Jays already interested in a trade. Alan Hansen for David Peterson. No, because I don't really need him. He's not that great to me. I mean, he's not better than Perez in my opinion. Definitely not. And he costs more, and we really don't need to add to the payroll. So, no thank you, Blue Jays. We are moving on. Rosario. I need to turn these off. He probably didn't get that cycle, but we're going to check. We're going to check since they brought it up. Let's see. Rosario. Nope, 3 hits. Didn't get it. Never get it. Alright, so what I'm going to do really quickly is just go through the pitching rotations and make sure that everyone, actually I have to make sure guys are up out of single A, but I'm going to do this off screen to save a little bit of time, and we'll meet back at the, continue simming a little bit further into the season. Alright guys, so everything is set up in both the minors and the majors with the lineups and the rotation, so now we can continue to sim. Alright, so we're off to we're not off to as good of a start as I was going to say we are. But we're getting it going a little bit. We'll take a break and kind of see where the rest of the division kind of lines up closer to the end of the month here. But I'm not really sure. It's kind of heavy left-handed in the lineup. Not like overly. You know what? It's pretty even, actually. It's just a matter of like who I want at the top as to who I want more towards the bottom, and then it kind of becomes lefty heavy at the top. Plus, Cano's trending down, Cespedes is trending down. So yeah, we might have to adjust some things moving on into the future as we would anyway, but it's not too big of a deal. Let's see how the rotation is. DeGrom, yikes, has a 4.2 ERA. Syndergaard's bounced back nicely so far. Bumgarner's not too bad. Tehran is struggling. Of course you are. And then Mats is doing okay. Lugo's having a better year so far. Hendricks is like insanely good. Gazelman's struggling a little bit. Burnett's doing really well too. I'm glad I kept him on the roster. Same with Gilmartin. Wow. Both of the lefties having great years so far. We're only about just under 2 months in, but still. Familia's unscored upon, only 9 innings though. And Diaz is having a very nice season as the closer. Really quickly, let's just go through here. Nimmo 270, McNeil 287, 284 for Cano. Ramos is hitting 357. Conforto's struggling so far, but he's got that power for the lineup here with 10 homers. Cespedes 286, 234 for Alonso, so he's struggling a little bit. But he's a rookie, so it's okay. He can struggle a little bit and still not, his expectations aren't super high right now. Rosario's doing well, 280. He's got 10 homers. Wow. How do you have 10 homers when your power's only in the 40s? What are you doing, Rosario? Eaton, 345. Davis, struggling, definitely. Perez, 214. 204 for Gomes. 231 for Broxton. So not the strongest bench here. If Davis continues to struggle, I might switch him out with... what's his name? Oh my god, I'm blanking. I might switch him out with Herrera. Okay, that's who it was. Herrera. I might bring him up and put Davis down to AAA. Perez, we're kind of stuck with him right now. Hopefully he turns things around soon. Same with Gomes. And Broxton actually has 5 homers, so he is, he's not hitting for a high average. He's not going to, but he's going to bring power and he's going to bring speed and defense. So he's actually more useful than people might assume, but I mean, you can see it right there. He's a good player, even though his contact's pretty low. But it is increasing, just slightly, so that's good to see. But yeah, let's see how everybody else is doing. So we're actually in first place. We are ranked 5th overall. We're 2 games up on the Phillies, 2.5 up on the Braves. And then the Marlins and Nationals are just not doing too great, clearly. But it's very early in the season. We'll see if we can hold that. Ramos is leading in batting average. Diaz is leading in saves. Just a few of the... I can't think of the word. Oh my god, my brain is not working. And then, of course, we had Gilmartin there with 6 wins. A couple of the league leaders there. But, yeah, let's continue simming until the draft. So we're doing pretty good. Better than I expected. So... also, I know that I thought the draft was on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday last time. It's still on a Thursday. So we'll keep simming until there. See how we do. And we'll get ready for that draft. is coming up. Just check where we are. We're still 2 games up on the Braves, 3 on the Phillies, and the Nationals and Marlins are still not doing too great. But yeah, so far a pretty good season. So let's keep... Actually, did anybody get into the top prospects? Takahashi is now. He's number 50. Rhodes as well made it up there. He's 46. Alright, so we got 2 new additions there at the bottom. And then, of course, we still have Trahan, who was number 9, wasn't he? No, what? No. Cortez was ahead of him. So Trahan at 13. I think he was at 13. Lewis is 5th. Not sure where he was exactly. He was definitely up here, though. And then Cortez, I think, has moved up a few spots. He's number 6. So that's nice to see. Let's get into the draft. Let's do it. We have the 18th pick, so I don't know if we're going to get a blue chip. We'll see. We'll still try to get a very nice player. Yeah, so there's no blue chips left, but we'll see what there is left. We got Matt Spooner. He's a little bit older, 23 though, but he looks good. Fielding is a little bit low. I'm not too sure about him because of his age, so we're going to keep looking. Rodney Shore. Wow. He can be a... That's insane. Look at that offense. The fielding, again, not the best, and he's 22. But if he can get to that potential with the offense, he's going to be an elite hitter. Oh my goodness. We got Neil Rosa, who's 19. Wow, I might go with him actually. No, his fielding's a little low as well. Nobody can field. Why? Why? What are you doing? Blaine Gonzalez is 23. Alright, he can field, but he's not as elite of a hitter. Let's see. Buford Whalen. He's not as good as some of the other guys. Kevin Paulson. He's got very nice contact. Good plate discipline, plate vision. Fielding is good. He can steal. He's not a bad pick, but I don't think he's a number 1 pick. Donnie Sorvala. No. Gary Ragland. He's got pop, but everything else is kind of above average, but nothing crazy. So let's actually go back up here. There were a few guys we could choose from. Let me just check, make sure I'm not missing anyone that I was very interested in. Blaine Gonzalez, no. Alright, so Neil Rosa, the problem with him is he's not really the best fielder at all, but he's a left fielder, so that kind of helps. But still, we're a National League team. Rodney Shore, he's a little bit better, a little bit older. Look at that offensive potential, it's insane. And then we have Matt Spooner. Yeah, not quite as good. Oh man, I don't know. I really don't know. It's the wrong guy. But he wasn't too bad either, jeez. I don't know, I think it's gonna... The problem is here with between Rodney Shore and Matt Spooner, they're both gonna come up at the same time. Shore is a year younger, but his overall is a little bit closer to his potential than Spooner's is here. But at the same time, he's a little bit better all around. Oh, I really don't like that his overall is so close to his potential, but we're gonna try. We had a really good draft last year, so it doesn't quite have to be that good this year, but I want to try to get it really good. We'll see. All right, who's left? We got Matt Spooner is still left. Okay, you're a little bit older. Maybe. Neil Rosa, his fielding is not there, but I'd much rather go with him than Spooner. Gary Ragland, he's not too bad actually. His fielding's better. All right, I just really like his offensive potential, and he's got some room to develop, and he's only 19, so I know his fielding sucks, but we're going to take him. Round 3 now. Who are we going to take? Matt Spooner's still there. Why are you still there? Should we take him? I don't know. I'm just wondering why nobody's taking him. A catcher with some power potential. He's not the best fielder, though. Oh, that's 70s. Jeffrey David. Ooh, I like him. I'm gonna go with him. I do like to get closers, because they turn out usually to be pretty good. Round 4 now. Spooner is still there. Why? Why are you still there, dude? Any starters, though? Not really. Not really. He's not too bad, Carlos Flores. But again, his potential is the same as his overall, and it's only a 70. I'm not going to take him yet. If he's still there, maybe I'll try. We're just going to take him. We're just going to take him. Matt Spooner. He's like staring at us, waiting for us to pick him this entire time. Round 5. Is there anybody? That's the catcher that we saw. Leo Sims. He's a 65, though. See if we just take some chances on a few guys. Stuart Lawson. He's got really good per 9s. I might take him. Peralta. He's pretty good as well. Alvarado's not bad. His hits are a little bit low, but not bad. He's a little bit older. I feel like he's not really a 70 overall. Probably needs some time to develop. I feel like Peralta and Lawson are 2 decent picks. Frank Quintana's not bad. He is a reliever, though. And his overall is equal to his potential. We'll try Lawson or Peralta? We'll go with Peralta, I think. Lawson got picked. I saw his name, unfortunately. But he was going to get picked if we didn't take him. And then the last pick, Alvarado. That's not the same Alvarado. Yeah, we'll probably go with Alvarado. Or is it the same guy? I don't remember. I thought his potential was the same as overall and he was a reliever. But we're going to take him. Alright, so that does it for the draft. Let's see how we did. Definitely not as good as last year. But we'll see how we did. Alright, not bad. Not bad. No A potentials, but a lot of mid-B potentials. So again, not bad. The lowest guy was Matt Spooner, who was a 79 potential, so he could always turn into a B if he, develops. He is trending down, which I really don't understand this. What it's saying exactly. If they're just drafted, how could they be trending down? Doesn't exactly make sense. And I don't know what those improvements are saying. What is that from? With all of their attributes, improvements or declining. I don't know. So we'll see. So we're gonna sign him to a 1-year deal. We got Jeffrey David, the closer, who's an 82. He's already a 70. He's got room to improve a little bit. Maybe not as good as I thought, but he could definitely be in the bullpen, not necessarily the closer. Then we have Rolando Peralta, who's, again, trending down for some reason. He's only 20, so he could improve. We have Rich Alvarado, 23. He's only a 60, so he's someone who might not get into the majors until he's older. Neil Rosa, who's 19, he's already a 69. He looks really nice. His fielding is terrible. His fielding is awful. So hopefully he can improve a little bit there. Maybe he could become a decent left fielder. Or below average left fielder that we could still put out there because his bat's going to carry him. But we'll see. And then Rodney Shore, he's 22, 85 potential. He looks good. Again, the fielding. Oh man, I have a problem though when with these franchises. I always tend to overlook the fielding, and then the team is just like really good, but the fielding is like 30th out of 30 teams. So that definitely is a problem for me. But not a bad draft, not as bad as I expected it to be. Not nearly as good as last season, but again, like I said, not a terrible draft. So let's continue to the All-Star break. We might actually stop the video at the All-Star break just because it is getting a little bit long, but here the Braves are interested in offering us a trade. Willie Calhoun for Royce Lewis. Nah. I think Calhoun is a little bit older, isn't he? He's 25, 70. His offense is good, but his fielding is terrible. No. I don't think so, because if we get him, he's going to be taking over, like, for Cespedes in his spot. I'd rather have someone who can field a little bit better. Royce Lewis is improving, so no thank you. We will pass on that one. Let's keep simming. So right now we're, almost 20 games over 500, back down to 15. But we're doing good. We're not doing terrible. Hopefully we can make the postseason this time around. Today's the Futures game. Let's see who made it. I think, like I said, we are going to stop after the All-Star break. Just because the video is getting a little bit long. And then we'll kind of pick up the next one and go over. I'm sorry, I can't I can't do this and think at the same time. And then we'll kind of go over the trade deadline and then to the end of the year, and we'll kind of see. That might be a little bit of a shorter video, just because I don't know if we make the playoffs, I don't necessarily want to squeeze that in. But we'll see. So let's see who made the Futures game for us. National. Chris Trahan. He made it. Nice. On to the Rumble Ponies. And then Chris Cortez also made it. They're both having really good years. I like them even more than when we drafted them. That's not the Gatlin we got. That's a different Gatlin. That's a pitcher. Anybody else? So those two made it. Any hitters? Freddie Rose made it. Nice. So he's improving. Look at that contact versus left. He's good. He could definitely be in the majors. I mean, he might be a better option in the majors than, someone like J.D. Davis, which I completely forgot to check how he was doing. Dang it. Better than him, better than Herrera, better than maybe even Perez. It's just he's not as versatile. And that's it. So three guys. Two from the draft, one that we picked up in free agency. So not bad. Anybody in the home run derby? We got Trout with 27, Shaw with 26, Palka with 25. He's got some pop. Not bad. How many did Shaw hit last year? 36. He hit 311. Wow. His average has gone up. And then Trout. It's Trout. We got Arenado with 25. He hit 30 last year. Stanton with 24. He hit 36. Judge with 24. He only hit 26 homers. That's weird. Why? Why did he only hit 26? He played enough. He missed some games, but he definitely played enough. At least he hit 300, right? Seager hit 30 last season. He's got 24. And then Harper, the face of the game. He hit 28 last year. Not the best season. But he's improving again. So now he has 21 so far. He's hitting 300. Bounce back year for him. And then we'll check. I went back too far. We'll check on the All-Star game. And then I guess call it a day. Let's see who made it in the AL first. Again, I'm not going to look. I saw Kershaw. Damn it, I saw DeGrom. I wanted to be a surprise. We got Kluber as the starting pitcher in the All-Star game for the AL. We got Porcello, Chacin, Blackburn, Snell. And then in the bullpen, we got Castillo on the Rays, I think. Yeah. He's a good pitcher. I didn't realize how good he was. Well, I mean, he's played 1 year technically, and he had a 3.18 ERA, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all. But he's really taking it to another level the past few years. Alvarado, who's also on the Rays, right? Yeah, they got some good pitchers. Michael Givens, Ken Giles, Brad Hand, Aroldis Chapman, and Roberto Ozuna make out the bullpen there. We got Palka, JD. What did he do last year? 36. He's trending down already. No. So he's not going to be as crazy good as he was in the last game. That's disappointing. We got Reddick, Springer, Guerrero Jr. 20 homers already. He hit 33. I think, yeah, he won the Rookie of the Year. I just forget what his stats were. Hitting 321 this year so far. AJ Simcox, Moncada, Travis, Guzman, Perez, the other Perez, Narvaez, Bohr made it. Whoa, he's having a good year. Tires. 305 average. Jose Ramirez, Giancarlo Stanton, Lindor, Judge, Trout, Correa, and Altuve. And then in the NL, we already saw that DeGrom made it, who's really brought his ERA down. It was a 4.2 towards the end of May, right? Now it's a 2.6. Not bad. Kershaw, of course, is the starting pitcher. And then DeGrom, Nola, Gray, and Gosman round out the rotation. We got Iglesias in the bullpen with Lauren Anderson. Did we look at him in the draft? Didn't we look at him? Why does his name sound so familiar? I think we saw him in the draft. We were considering picking him. Glad we didn't, because he's a C potential, but right now he's doing good. Good for him. All right, we got Craig Stammen, Felipe Vasquez, Edwin Diaz made it, 1.41 ERA, 25 saves. Very good. Kenley Jansen, and then Sean Doolittle. And then on the offensive side of things, we got Marte, Puig, Winker, Riddle, Crawford, Escobar, Wendell, Votto, Wieters, Cervelli, and Hernandez. And then the starting 9, Real Muto, Freeman, Shaw, Acuna Jr., Seager, Harper, Blackman, Rendon, and Kane. So for us, only DeGrom and Diaz made it. At least I got more than one, right? So cool. The Dodgers acquire Whit Merrifield from the Royals, so finally he's been traded. He always gets traded. For Mitchell White, DJ Peters, and Diego Cartaya. So not a bad return for the Dodgers. A lot of younger guys. I'm tempted to sim further, but I think we're going to pause it here. So let's just check and see how everyone's doing. Really quickly. DeGrom 2.63, Syndergaard 3.4, Bumgarner 2.7. Matz is struggling a little bit. Tehran's bounced back. Just under 4 is his ERA. Familia's having a good year, 2.95. Hendricks 2.61. Lugo, I don't know why this game hates him, apparently. He should be doing better than that, but 4.21, which isn't terrible. Burnett 1.82, 2.93 for Gilmartin, and Gazelman's 4.85. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call up Seawald, because he's had a 1.8 in the minors, and send down Gazelman. I think that's the way it should be right now, based off of how they were doing. We got Diaz with a 1.41 ERA. Ramos, I'm surprised he didn't make the All-Star team, hitting 314 with 14 homers. We got Gomes hitting 194, which isn't that great. Do we call up Mesoraco? I don't know. How much are we paying Gomes? 3.2. Mesoraco, how much are we paying you? 2.7. We'll just leave him. Alonso hitting 231, 11 homers, so not as good as we thought he was going to do. I'm kind of worried that we made the wrong call on trading Smith, but we'll see how he does. I still have hope that he's going to be as good as he is in real life right now. So he's doing good. How's Ben's doing? 331. He's a future star, or at least a really good player. McNeil's hitting 273, Cano's 289. Herrera's not doing too bad. A lot less power than last year, though. Perez 204. I might look to move him at the deadline. JD Davis 223. Rosario's hitting 279, so that's good to see. How's Lynn doing? 238 in AA, so not much there. Definitely that defensive guy that you might need every so often, but not someone who I'm comfortable with hitting in the majors. Outfield, Cespedes is hitting 295, so I may not look to move him. We might just hold on to him and then maybe not resign him next season. But we'll see how he does at the deadline, see if he kind of falls off or not. Broxton's hitting 243, Eaton's 356, Nimmo is 284, and Conforto only 227, but he's got the power. So we'll see how he continues. I may actually even, well, maybe not. He's 5 less overall than Broxton. Yeah, never mind. I was going to say I might put Eaton in for Cespedes if he was better, but he's not. So we'll kind of just leave things as they are. And to go into here, we just want to move Seawald up. And I didn't call anyone up, did I? No, everything's good. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Alright, guys, so I'm going to end it here. I know it's a little bit long. I tend to make these videos a little bit longer than some of the other ones I've seen on YouTube. I don't know if that's makes them too long, but let me know what you think if you want to. And I'll try to keep them a little bit shorter moving forwards. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll continue towards the trade deadline in the next video. And yeah, until the next one, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you later.